Hi, that. Welcome back to another video. Now, you guys asked for a walkthrough of my map, so I'm gonna go give you one. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is obviously press the start button. The next thing you're gonna want to do is make your way over here, and you can't jump up full blocks yet, so you have to go suffice for the slabs. And open this barrel here, and some important dialogue will play, which tells you to go look for items. Your first item will be behind the bio upgrader in this chest here, which is a rabbit's foot. Put that in the barrel, and you get in here. And then it'll give you the power up, which is jump boost. Take that out of the bio upgrader. Well, you don't have to, but I do. And now you can jump 3 times higher with jump boost 1. So there is raw salmon in this dropper here underneath this trapdoor. If you do this, you'll notice that there's a maze here, but if you go this way, then some important dialogue will play. You might not have seen this dialogue, but you are allergic to something in the water, and you can't breathe under normal water. You can fix the not being able to breathe problem with the raw salmon. If I were to go in there, then I would be allergic to something in the water and I'd still die. So we need a way to negate allergies. And it's in this pond here, with these berries. Put them in the container/barrel, and you will be immune to allergies. Just like so. Now you can safely navigate the maze. And there are 3 things you need to find in here. Now we're at the start of the maze, and the first thing you're going to want to do is go this way, and get the quartz pillar. Then you're going to want to go this way and pick up this quartz stairs. Finally, you're going to want to go all the way over here to this pitchfork formation and pick up another quartz stairs. Now that you have gotten all of the things, you can now exit the maze. And it's somewhat obvious where this is supposed to go. You're going to want to place the quartz pillar here, the quartz stairs here, and another quartz stairs here, but I'm going to place it wrong intentionally to show you guys that it doesn't have to be placed exactly the right way. It just has to be the block there. It's sort of an unintended feature, but it's also sort of just there to be helpful, not super specific, in case you accidentally place it wrong. Then what you're going to want to do is step in this light here. But that doesn't exactly work out, because you are hungry, you're poisoned, you're slow, and you can't really go that far or you'll die. And your food sack's gonna be gone, but you can get it back just stepping on here. Now, if you were to wait long enough, there would be a command block chain that would give you a helpful hint on what to do, because not all players would know to do this, but we're not going to be relying on this map because this is the walkthrough. So what we're supposed to do is go into the house and take this cornflower, which the command block chain tells you that you can do after 10 minutes of entering that thing. You can put cornflower in here, and it'll give you a power up. So now you're immune to hunger, and if you go back in here, you also won't have all those other nasty effects. Now you're in the desert village. You can go into houses like this one and talk to the inhabitants, but no inhabitant is more important than the village elder, which you can talk to right here. Talk to him and an important dialogue will play. So basically what he says is he believes that you might be able to save the village from this hunger because of your powers, but he has something that might be able to help you, but you have to give him 4 of his missing shards in order for him to give it to you. You can find the first in this pond here, which has an ominous "The hunger shall consume all." The second one is right here, which says torture is a powerful weapon. Again, pretty ominous. The third shard is in the vacant house, which says it grows stronger by the day. And the final one is in Donald's house, under this cauldron, which says all shall become like me. Maybe you don't know how to give them to him, so if you press that button, he says that he can trade for the pickaxe, so just initiate the trading and he'll give you the pickaxe. No, you can't use this as a weapon. You can mine this boulder here, and now you're in the savannah area. There are some savannah tribes people here which have some funny dialogue, but you don't really need them to be able to beat the game. What you need is actually in this cow farm right here, where there's a chest with some grass in it. And I think you guys know where to take this by now. That's right, to the bio upgrader. If you go in, then what will happen is it turns out there's a grasshopper in that grass, which are supposed to be high jumpers, so you can jump even higher now with Jump Boost 2. With Jump Boost 2, you can now reach your 6th and final power-up with this Cactus Parkour right here. You jump here, and here. I'm not that great at parkour, but where you're actually supposed to go is pretty obvious. Let's pretend I did this jump legitimately to speed the recording process up. And then you can sprint and get on top of the village elder's roof. Now, yes, I know, guys, you can see all of the command blocks up here, but in version 1.2, which is coming out, one of 2 changes is that there is a blindness effect applied when you're on top of the village elder's roof, so you can't see all of this. But you'll still be able to see this little crevice here with a hair in it. I'm not sure why people keep hair on their roofs, but okay. Regardless of why the village elder has hair on his roof, you can put that hair in the bio upgrader. So basically, your weakness effect is gone, which means you can punch things now. Sorry, Jesse. Maybe it was Jolene. But anyways, if you go here, you'll notice something else has changed. There's a target block there. By now you're pretty confused, but there's something important in what the village elder says. If I talk to him, he says that villagers might have useful information. Now, specifically, he's talking about Timmy here, which is actually pretty ironic because he's a child, but if we talk to him, he gives some pretty useful information. Like how there's a target block that only strong people can see, which you can now see because your strong, aka weakness effect, is gone. He also says that there isn't a bow that you need to activate the target block, and you actually need to throw something at it. And he doesn't remember what it was, but he does know that it was white or brown. This is actually a bit of a riddle because chicken eggs can be white or brown, and you can throw them. They're always tan in Minecraft, but you get the point. Timmy was hinting towards throwing an egg at the target. So if you go ahead and do that, then the mountain opens up with some pretty easy parkour. Drop down this hole, and then you'll find Jack, the Uncle Jack that Timmy was talking about. I didn't get into that because walkthrough speedy purposes. So basically, he wants 64 baked potatoes. Oh, sorry, that was a phone notification. Anyways, you can get those baked potatoes right here behind the pool with a witty thing of I have used a stair trick far too many times. Give them to Jack and it'll give you his sand. Now, it says here it can be placed on cut sandstone, and you don't fall down the hole, you place it on the cut sandstone. This piston puzzle is actually pretty easy, but because this is a walkthrough, I am required to show you what to do. So at first you might think you should do this, but that's not how you do it. Instead, you're supposed to do this. Well, I did that wrong, but you're supposed to do it like that. Then you just carry it through like that, but that is not exactly like in the working area, so you should basically push this piston, make a double piston extender, and then pull this piston back. And then it's just this again. Then you have another double piston extender. You pull this, and then this again. And finally, you have a triple piston extender. Like a double piston extender, but you have one more piston. And after you've completed that, you just press this button here, and this opens up. And there is a button here, so you should probably go press that. This is going to initiate the boss fight. If you'll notice, all of those creepy things in the chest are all in the boss's monologue. I thought that was a nice little detail that I added. Anyways, the boss battle, quote-unquote boss battle, was initiated. And yes, I am aware that this is pretty easily cheesable. I gave him a stone sword to make up for the fact that he can just do this, so he does a lot of damage, but I am not going to give him more armor or something because of the reason that I'll get into later. In this chest here, you have a wooden pickaxe that can break conduits, but it says destroy the hunger and you go hungry forever. So let's destroy the hunger. You get your infinite sack of food back because hunger was affecting your infinite sack of food magic. And now your photosynthesis and hunger have cancelled out. So let's escape. Nope. And there is a second phase of the boss. I'm not going to upgrade the first phase because it was mostly to make you feel like, oh, this is easy, I got this. But in actuality, you have this. Now, in version 1.2, the Protection 1 will be removed from his armor, but he's still going to have netherite. Just listen to Jack here and try to stay alive. You're probably going to die, and if you do, his health does regenerate. Then he gives you a wooden sword, and he gives you advice on using your A and D keys to strafe. I'll beat this eventually. I'll be back with you guys when I do. After you finally beat it, then he'll have some campy dialogue, and he'll open up a door. You stand right here, and it'll teleport you back to the desert village. Talking to the villagers will let you know that generally, like, if you talk to any one of these villagers, then they will tell you to talk to the village elder, which you should do, and then you've beaten the game. After some dialogue about a feast, then it will teleport you here. What you have to do is just stay here, and yes, this is the hunger's head. They're using it as a microphone or something. I don't know, I mean, like, I didn't think of it that way when I was building this, but I guess if you wanted to think of this thing as the hunger's head, then I guess you could. Anyways, now you've beat the game. Anyways, guys, that's how you beat my map. Please like and subscribe. They both help out a lot and all that. But anyways, bye guys. Oh wait, I don't have up to find Zoom, but bye guys.